सभी को मेरा सादर जय जिनेंद्र। मैं सोनाली मारू, जायका नेशनल नेशनल टीम कन्वेयर, आप सभी का जीतो परिवार की तरफ से हार्दिक स्वागत करती हूँ। A very warm welcome to all the beautiful faces present here. I extend my special welcome to all the dignitaries present here. My heartfelt thanks to Sunita Ji Bora, Srimati Sunita Ji Bora, our GLW chairperson, and Chef Ruchika Jain, Zaika co-conveyor, and our star of the event, Mr. Robbie Matthew, academic head of Jindal School. I would request him to share his knowledge and expertise regarding table etiquettes. Hope we all have a wonderful evening. But before moving forward, let's join our hands for the chanting of our auspicious Naukar mantra.
Okay, I'll carry on. Jai Jinendra to all the Jito Apex dignitaries, National Committee, Chapter Chairperson, esteemed guest for today's session, Robbie Matthew, Rajendra Ji, and special efforts taken by Sonali Ji Maru and Chef Ruchika Jain. All my friends who have joined in today from all India. So welcome you all. For today's Jito Ladies Wing is extremely happy in rolling out its initiative under Project Manzile in collaboration with Zyka with a session on table etiquette. Friends, personality is a perception. The way we speak, the way we behave, and the mannerism and etiquette we reflect makes our personality. Manners cost nothing. Good manners adds to beauty. Elegance is the only beauty that never fades. I've never seen elegance go out of style. So today's session on etiquette and table mannerism is a part of learning to build a high impact and pleasant personality. Personality adds to our confidence. When we develop our confidence, our personality, we boost our confidence to keep going ahead and achieve our dreams. I wish you the best for this learning and knowledge sharing session. Let's make a better version for ourselves. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Sunita ji, for your valuable time. We always look forward for your inspiring words because this is what keeps JLW going. Thank you so much, Sunita ji. जी, जी. मंजिलें कदम चूमती है उसकी, मंजिलें कदम चूमती है उसकी, जो रुकना नहीं जानते, जो कठिन राह पर चलकर पर्वतों के समक्ष झुकना नहीं जानते. ऑन दिस नोट चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं जायका के सफर पर, जहां आप अपने हुनर और मेहनत से शेफ और एक सक्सेसफुल बिजनेस वुमेन ऑफ टुमारो बन सकते हैं. नाउ कमिंग टू मंजिले. Manzile and cooking are all about people. Food is the only universal thing that has the power to bring everyone together. No matter what culture you may be, it is food that brings everyone together, and food reflects your personality, and it is table etiquette that enhances your personality. So our today's event is all about table etiquettes. So friends, कई बार हम कंफ्यूज होते हैं कि हमें नैपकिन कहाँ रखना चाहिए, हमें कौन सा फोक पहले उठाना चाहिए, एंड व्हाट शुड वी ऑर्डर टू ड्रिंक. इन्हीं सब डाइनिंग एंजाइटीज को सॉल्व करने के लिए इंडियन होटल इंडस्ट्री के एक्सपर्ट मिस्टर रॉबी मैथ्यू, एकेडमिक हेड ऑफ जिंदल स्कूल ऑफ होटल मैनेजमेंट, को हम रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं to share his knowledge and expertise about the topic. Now, I hand over the platform to Chef Ruchika, Zyka Project Co-Conveyor, to introduce Mr. Matthew. Over to you, Chef Ruchika.
Thanks, Sonali ji. Jai Jinendra, everyone. I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all present here for this webinar. Being an Indian, we all know about the Indian table etiquettes. Traditionally, we used to eat food on chowki while sitting on the floor. And I hope we all know the Indian table etiquettes. But the time has changed and exposure is vast. Hence, With the ever-growing intermixing of culture and their food, it has become essential to know about their table etiquettes so that we would not hesitate to eat lunch, dinner, or any other meal with anybody or anywhere in the world. Keeping the importance of this in mind, we have organized this webinar. It's a great honor for me to introduce and welcome our speaker, Mr. Robbie Matthew, for this webinar today. Mr. Matthew is currently working as the academic head at the Jindal School of Hotel Management, Vadodara. He is a graduate with a Bachelor of Science degree in Hospitality and Hotel Administration from Institute of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, Trivandrum, Kerala. He is a certified hospitality educator awarded by the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute. He is a member of Board of Studies Hospitality Management at Goa University. He was trained at Cesar Ritz Colleges, Switzerland as quality evaluator for hospitality studies. He worked with the Taj Group of Hotels in Cochin, the Holiday Inn at Uti. Beside this, he is the trainer and speaker at various prestigious institutes and corporates. Today, we are privileged to have an opportunity to learn the table etiquettes from him. And so I, Chef Ruchika Jain, on behalf of all present here, feel happy to welcome Mr. Robbie Matthew. Let's welcome Mr. Matthew with a big round of applause.
Thank you, everybody. So, shall I begin?
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Am I audible and clear?
Yes, yes, yes.
First of all, I'd like to thank Ms. Madhu, who has been instrumental in bringing me in front of all of you. I'm sure a lot of effort has been put into this activity. With a very warm heart, I welcome all the ladies, and it's a proud moment for us to see empowered women taking a step in a positive direction to show that they are equal, if not better. Today in this session, I've also invited some of my students, and they would be there in the audience. They're quite familiar with a lot of things we're discussing over here, although there are potentially some new students who are just getting started in hospitality studies. So hopefully they will also benefit from today's 1.5 hours of discussion. I am joined over here with my colleague, Mr. Rajendra Rawat. We work together. He assists me a lot. In fact, the table you see in front of you actually has been set up by him. So it's thanks to him. So he's also playing the role of a guest over here. He's going to demonstrate a few things, and we'll have fun in the process. Now, to get you all going into this, there are some very simple questions I have for you. So I'm going to put them up on the slide. I'm going to share them. Take a moment. Try and answer them to your best possible. You can just mentally keep a note of what you've answered, and then we can quickly discuss the answers. And with that, we'll begin the session. So here we go. Just give me a moment while I share the screen. So what we're going to do today is we're going to discuss about table etiquette. And as the speaker before me mentioned, people perceive certain things about us, and that perception matters a lot, especially you are in the field, in the business of conducting yourself in business. You are required to meet a lot of people, and in the process, invariably it happens over a course of a meal, if not more than one. There are times when you're sitting in a restaurant, when you're sitting in a hotel, and the whole ambience and the people around you and the expansive things that are kept in front of you sometimes puts your mind out of gear. So instead of focusing on the business at hand, we end up worrying a lot about what's there in front of us and what are we supposed to make out of it. It almost looks like a battlefield. You have the an army on one side, you've got an army on the other side, and you've got their astra shastra, as we call them, as they've been kept over here. And then the doubt comes in as to what am I supposed to do with all these things? Especially when you travel out of India, this is a very common problem that we encounter. As long as we are in India, there is always a way. We can always fold up our sleeves and start eating without a worry in the world. But then there are times when we really wonder what would have been the right method. So here we are trying to sort out a few questions of that sort. So what we are going to cover is essentially dealing with anxiety, looking at why people perceive somebody's behavior in terms of their dining etiquette and sort of put them on a pedestal or drop them from a pedestal, depending on what they see. We are also going to look at how to handle the order taking, what are the do's and don'ts, and how can you avoid embarrassing yourself and those around you. Both whether you're being a host at home or in a restaurant, or whether you're being a guest at somebody's house or when somebody's hosting. So we're going to try and solve all these questions. So let's start with the first one over here. I've got something called as a quiz. It's a 10 question quiz, and I call it ETIQ, which means etiquette. And for etiquette, some simple questions. And these questions start off with the answers for it. So let's start with the first one. So here's a simple question for you. Take a moment, read it. There are 4 choices. And in these 4 choices, decide what you select. And then we will quickly discuss at the end after finishing all the 10 questions. So how will
Robbie sir? Robbie sir?
Yes, please.
Yeah, please can we even converse in Hindi also a little bit?
Absolutely, absolutely fine. My mistake, actually, I should have clarified this with you before.
जी sir, जी sir.
बात कर सकते हैं हम हिंदी और अंग्रेजी दोनों के मिक्स करके बात करते हैं आज, ताकि सभी लोगों को ये समझ आए। एटिकेट बस अंग्रेजी स्पीक करने वालों के लिए नहीं है, हम सबके लिए है। तो ये जो तौर तरीके हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, सबसे पहले हम क्विज के साथ चालू करते हैं। तो मैं ये क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सिंपल समझा देता हूं। How will the letters B and D in that particular order help you in dinner? B और D, ये 2 जो शब्द हैं या अक्षर हैं, इनके खाने से क्या मायने रखता है? How does it relate to table? Would someone like to guess? I'd like to take a couple of questions. Anyone, please. What would B and D stand for? I'll give you a clue. B.
It's A, Robbie sir.
Yes. So my first thing is, I'm not discussing the answer right now. I'm just asking about the question. What do you think is B? I'll give you a clue. It comes on the left-hand side of the table. जैसे यहाँ पर एक प्लेट रखा हुआ है, इस पे आता है वो। इंडिया में बाहर सब जगह हम लोग ये खाते हैं, नाम अलग अलग होती है। और डी यहां कुछ रखा हुआ है, glasses. So glasses is equal to drink. B, bread. वो इंडियन ब्रेड, रोटी, चपाती, पराठा हो या कॉन्टिनेंटल ब्रेड रोल्स हो। B stands for bread, D stands for drink. जैसे आपने कहा, bread on the left, drink on the right. ये पहला एक सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन था। अगला सही या गलत जवाब है, you should always wait until everyone is served to begin eating. क्या हमें एक टेबल पे बैठे सभी लोगों का इंतजार करना है जब तक कि उनके प्लेट पे खाना पहुंचे और फिर हम अपना खाना चालू करें? और कैन वी स्टार्ट ईटिंग एज सून एज फूड कम्स ऑन आवर टेबल? आपको क्या लगता है? बट फिर भी कटलरी यूज करना जरूरी है। आप क्या मानते हैं? 7वां सवाल, when you are dining but not currently eating, what should you do with your hands? तो समझ लीजिए कि आपके सामने खाना है और आप कॉन्वर्सेशन कर रहे हैं किसी के साथ। ऑब्वियसली मुंह में खाना भर के आप बात करेंगे तो ये खाना उनके मुंह पे हो जाएगा या उनके मुंह पे जो है आपके ऊपर हो जाएगा, आप नहीं चाहेंगे वो। तो अगर आप खाने के बीच में ब्रेक लेते हो, उस वक्त आपका हाथ कहाँ होना चाहिए? खाते समय कटलरी मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा कैसे यूज करते हैं, पर जब खा नहीं रहे हैं, क्या कटलरी पकड़ के ऐसे अस्त्र शस्त्र लेके बैठना जरूरी है कि हम अपने हाथ कहीं रख सकते हैं? क्या टेबल पर रख सकते हैं? क्या ऐसे बैठ सकते हैं? क्या हमें लैप में रखना जरूरी है या फिर क्या कटलरी को साइड पर लगा दें? That's the question. 8. It's improper etiquette to ask for a doggy bag. जरूरत से ज्यादा, समझ ले कि हम रेस्टोरेंट गए, हम दोनों ने जरूरत से ज्यादा खाना ऑर्डर कर लिया. So once we've ordered, बाद में पता चला कि हम खत्म नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, पर चूंकि हम इसके लिए पैसे दे रहे हैं और हमारे घर पे पेट्स हैं, डॉग्स, कैट्स, मे बी सम अदर एनिमल्स, बर्ड्स, एंड वी डिसाइड कि हमने वैसे भी पे किया हुआ है, वेस्ट क्यों करना है. स्टाफ को, वेटर को बुला के आप बोल सकते हैं कि कृपया इसको एक बैग में पैक करके दे दे, हम घर ले जाना चाहते हैं. इसको डॉगी बैग बोलते हैं. बोलते हैं कि ये हमारे कुत्ते के लिए, शायद हमारे लिए ही होगा, पर कहने में सब बोलते हैं, आई गॉट अ डॉग एट होम, सो इट्स फॉर माय पेट. शुड यू आस्क फॉर अ डॉगी बैग? If you stop eating briefly to talk or have a drink, where should you place your utensils? तो अब utensils इनको बोलते हैं, आप खा रहे हो and you have to briefly keep it down on the plate because there is a drink you want to take, water, wine or a beverage. Where do I keep this? Do I keep it on the side? Do I keep it on the plate? अगर प्लेट में रखूं तो कैसे रखूं? उसको आड़े तिरछे रखूं, ऑपोजिट रखूं, क्रॉस करूं, सीधा रखूं? ये सारे कंफ्यूजन होते हैं क्योंकि इनमें क्या है कि एक साइलेंट मैसेज जा रहा है वेटर के पास. सो प्लेट के दाहिने तरफ, बाएं तरफ, या फोर्क और नाइफ क्रिस क्रॉस, या फिर प्लेट के ऊपर इस तरह, क्या करना चाहिए? And the last question, when you are finished eating, where should you place your napkin? खाना खत्म करने के बाद ये जो नैपकिन आपके लैप में था, ये कहां प्लेस करना चाहिए? लेफ्ट में, सेंटर पे, राइट पे? सो ये है 10 सवाल. मैं चाहूंगा कि आप में से मुझे अटेम्प्टेड आंसर्स दे, तो उसके साथ डिस्कशन मजा आएगा. तो पहला तो हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर लिया है, ट्रू और फॉल्स. क्या सबके लिए वेट करना चाहिए? ओके, सो आई अज्यूम कि शायद काफी लोग म्यूट पे होंगे. इन सभी सवाल के जवाब आज के सेशन में आपको आने वाला है. एंड एंड में एक ऑप्शन है जहां पर क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन है, जहां पर इनके अलावा जो भी और डाउट्स हैं हम क्लियर कर सकते हैं. सो लेट्स गो टू द फर्स्ट सेक्शन. आज का ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है? आज का ऑब्जेक्टिव है सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ परसेप्शन. इंसान के बारे में दूसरे लोग परसेप्शन कैसे बनाते हैं? इट्स वेरी सिंपल. फर्स्ट इंप्रेशंस. आप दिखते कैसे हैं, आपने किस प्रकार के कपड़े पहने, आपने ग्रूमिंग कैसा किया है, और आप अपने हाथ से, आंखों से, आपके बॉडी लैंग्वेज से आप क्या मैसेज दे रहे हैं दूसरों को, इन सभी चीजों से परसेप्शन होता है. अभी आप देख रहे होंगे मैंने सूट पहना हुआ है, आई एम वेयरिंग अ रेड टाई, आई हैव ट्राइड टू स्लिक माय हेयर बैक. मैं वो सारी चीज करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं जिससे कि मैं एक फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन बना सकूं, ताकि आपके मन में मेरे प्रति एक पॉजिटिव परसेप्शन बने. एंड ये परसेप्शन सही हो या गलत हो, परसेप्शंस बनती है. लोग हमारे बारे में अलग अलग सोच लेते हैं. ऑलरेडी मेरे एक्सप्रेशन के बेसिस पे, मेरे कपड़ों के बेसिस पे, मेरे लैंग्वेज के बेसिस पे, मेरा साउंड, वॉल्यूम, इन सब के बेसिस पे आप सभी ऑडियंस के मेंबर्स इंप्रेशंस बना रहे हैं या परसेप्शन बना रहे हैं. और वो पॉजिटिव भी हो सकता है, मिडिल हो सकता है, एज एन अनडिसाइडेड, या फिर एब्सोल्युटली नेगेटिव भी हो सकता है. तो परसेप्शन को पॉजिटिव बनाना क्यों जरूरी है? क्योंकि हमारे लाइफ में, बिजनेस में, लोगों से मिलते समय और कुछ अचीव करने के लिए हमें एक पॉजिटिव परसेप्शन भेजना जरूरी है. और उसमें से एक तो है जहां पर पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट हो गई, दूसरा है हम जो करते हैं अपने हाथों से, अपने इशारों से, अपने शब्दों से, वो किस प्रकार से हम परसेप्शन भेज रहे हैं, वो भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. और डाइनिंग एटिकेट जो आज है, इट इज रिलेटेड टू दैट पार्ट ऑफ परसेप्शन. सेकंड, डाइनिंग एंजाइटी हटाना. ये कटलरी के बारे में वरी करने के बजाय हम किससे बात कर रहे हैं उन पर कॉन्सेंट्रेट करें, इस चीज के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं उस पर कॉन्सेंट्रेट करें. डेवलप अवेयरनेस ऑफ इंटरनेशनल प्रैक्टिस. मतलब दुनिया में कहीं भी ट्रैवल करें, इंडिया के जम्मू कश्मीर से लेकर कन्याकुमारी तक आप कहीं भी जाएं, आपको कभी लगना नहीं चाहिए कि आई एम आउट ऑफ प्लेस। आप उस कल्चर के साथ, वहां के लोगों के साथ घुल मिल के मिंगल कर सके, आप अपना बिजनेस बढ़ा सके, अपना फ्रेंडशिप बढ़ा सके, ये एक मकसद है। एंड ऑफ कोर्स व्हेन यू गो टू अ रेस्टोरेंट, व्हाट शुड आई ऑर्डर, हाउ शुड आई ऑर्डर इट, व्हाट विल बी आइडियल, दिस इज ऑलवेज अ कंफ्यूजन। मुझे तो होती है, मैं ये फील्ड में काफी साल से काम कर रहा हूँ, मुझे अभी भी रेस्टोरेंट जाते समय काफी चीजें होती है कि मैं ऑर्डर क्या करूँ, क्योंकि मेनू में इतने सारे आइटम्स होते हैं कि हमेशा इंसान कंफ्यूज रहता है कि पेट इतना ही है, खाना इतने सारे हैं, तो हाउ डू आई गो अबाउट ऑर्डरिंग अ गुड कॉम्बिनेशन। एंड दिस इज वेरी कॉमन, व्हाट वी कॉल एज डाइनिंग एंजाइटी। लोग बताते नहीं है, पर एंजाइटी हम सब के अंदर होती है, और हम देखते हैं कि दूसरे क्या कर रहे हैं और हम उसके बेसिस पे अपने आप को ढालने की कोशिश करते हैं। So dining anxiety can be reduced by following guidelines on how to order your meal, what utensils to use, which are kept over here, what glasses to use, why are things kept in a certain way. हर चीज का एक जगह होता है, और उसको उस तरह से मेंटेन करने का पर्पस क्या है रेस्टोरेंट्स का या होटल्स का, और हम स्टाफ के मन में एक अच्छा एक परसेप्शन कैसे बना सके एज अ गेस्ट। We're talking about the anxiety part of it. Second tip is ask for suggestion. ऐसा कभी एक्ट मत कीजिए कि आपको सब मालूम है, कि आप हर रेस्टोरेंट के हर मेनू के हर प्रिपरेशन मेथड जानते हैं, काफी कॉम्प्लेक्स होता है। It is best to take help. Ask the staff and they will be the best persons to tell you. इसमें क्या है कि गलती करने से आप रुक जाएंगे, because the staff can ideally tell you सही portions कितने होंगे, सही combinations क्या होंगे, किस खाने के साथ कौन सा beverage अच्छा जाएगा. So these are things that actually the staff can tell you much better than what you thought you could do, and probably even save you from wasting food. Third, please don't order the most expensive thing or the cheapest thing in the menu. मेनू कार्ड में होता क्या है कि सारे आइटम जैसे लिस्ट डाउन होते हैं, तो लिस्ट डाउन होने में क्या है, काफी टाइम हमारे प्राइस पे ध्यान जाती है, प्राइस पे ध्यान नहीं, सही कॉम्बिनेशन पे ध्यान देना ज्यादा जरूरी है। एंड द लास्ट वन, और द सेकंड लास्ट, डोंट ऑर्डर फूड्स व्हिच यू आर नॉट कॉन्फिडेंट ऑफ ईटिंग प्रॉपर्ली विद कटलरी। एक सिंपल एग्जांपल देता हूं, स्पैगेटी, नूडल्स। आप एक फॉर्मल मीटिंग में बैठे हो, या कम से कम वो ऐसा है जहां पर आपको बिजनेस ज्यादा डिस्कस करना है, खाने पे ध्यान कम है, तो ऐसा खाना ऑर्डर ना करें जहां पर आपको खाने में तकलीफ हो। काफी टाइम बड़े कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रिपरेशंस होते हैं, और उसको सॉल्व करके अंदर डालते डालते आपका आधा लाइफ खत्म हो जाता है, देन यू हैव नो एनर्जी लेफ्ट टू एक्चुअली डिस्कस, और हाफ द टाइम यू आर वरीड कि आपका खाना आपके हाथ से निकल ना जाए। सो अवॉइड ordering sloppy foods or foods which are difficult to eat. And the last one, generally it's a normal advice given to most people, unless it's a really close event, try and avoid ordering alcohol. क्योंकि वैसे भी एंजाइटी लोगों में होती है, काफी लोग एंजाइटी हटाने के लिए a glass of wine, a beer, कुछ ऑर्डर कर लेते हैं, and they believe that the alcohol will make you more relaxed. उल्टा होता है, हैंड आई कोऑर्डिनेशन और खराब हो जाती है, और इंस्टेड ऑफ पिकिंग द ग्लास यू एंड अप पिकिंग एंड ड्रॉपिंग द ग्लास। तो ये सारे रिस्क होते हैं व्हिच यू कैन अवॉइड बाय सिंपली अवॉइडिंग ऑर्डरिंग अल्कोहल। सो आई हैव गॉट अ सेशन, द फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ इट व्हिच इज अबाउट चूजिंग सिल्वरवेयर। सो व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट चूजिंग सिल्वरवेयर, here's a short video which will explain how it works, but there are variations. Shall I begin the video? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Here's all you need to know about cutlery, how to hold, use and position. This is a fairly classic British table setting. Forks on the left-hand side, knives and spoons on the right. Nothing is above the setting. You've all seen the film Mr. Titanic or Pretty Woman. We really do start using the cutlery on the outside and working our way in. Before we begin, a napkin goes on. The first course is soup. Conventionally, it's held in the right hand like this. When eating soup, we scoop away from us and then eat the soup from the side of the spoon closest to us. When resting, the soup spoon should go just under the soup plate on the base plate at an angle. Imagine the plate is a clock. It goes at 6 o'clock. Next, Fish cutlery. We hold these just like a normal knife and fork. The resting and finish positions are the same as with any knife and fork, which we'll cover now during the main course. Finger down the knife, please. It's not a pen, so don't hold it like one. When resting, place the cutlery at 340, if you imagine they are the hands of a clock. The bridge of the fork should rest over the blade of the knife. When finished, the cutlery is placed at 630 on the plate, like so. Now, there are some international variants to this. In the USA, the cutlery will be placed at a slight angle, at 420 to signal you finish. In much of Europe, the cutlery would actually go closer to 315, with the tines of the fork facing down. Finally, the cutlery for the sweet course. Usually, we should use both a fork and a spoon, and the same rules apply. When resting like so, at 340, when finished at 630, or 420, or 315. It's up to you. Remember, once a piece of cutlery is dirty, it never goes back on the table. My thanks to Arthur Price and Royal Crown Dive. Here's all.
That was about cutlery. And ये जो इन्होंने दिखाया, ये खासकर ब्रिटेन में लागू होता है. वो भी काफी ओल्ड फैशन ब्रिटेन में. नॉर्मली टेबल्स पे इतने सारे आइटम्स नहीं रखते एक तरफ से. एक रूल जनरली होता है कि बाएं तरफ 3 पीस ऑफ इक्विपमेंट, दाहिने तरफ 3 पीस ऑफ इक्विपमेंट, एंड ग्लास में भी 3 से ज्यादा आइडियली नहीं रखना चाहिए. और ये भी काफी फॉर्मल जगह पे होती है. आइडियली अगर आप देखें तो रेस्टोरेंट में एक फोर्क, एक नाइफ और एक स्पून ज्यादा से ज्यादा इतने ही होते हैं, और नॉर्मली एक ग्लास होता है. एंड जो भी आप ऑर्डर करते हो ड्रिंक्स, वो ड्रिंक के साथ ग्लास आपके सामने आती है. सो दैट इज अबाउट कटलरी. विल कम बैक टू द कटलरी पार्ट वंस अगेन, बट राइट नाउ यहाँ पर आपको एक फोटो में दिखाया, 2 कॉम्बिनेशंस दिखाए हुए हैं. अगर आप ऊपर का फोटो देखो तो इट सेज द अमेरिकन स्टाइल एंड द बॉटम वन इज द कॉन्टिनेंटल स्टाइल. नाउ द अमेरिकन स्टाइल में अगर आप देखो, ये अमेरिका का एक खास बात है. अगर एक प्लेट अगर आप ले, तो इसमें जो अमेरिकन का जो एक आदत है खाने का, नॉर्मली हम लोग फोर्क और नाइफ को इस प्रकार हाथ में पकड़ेंगे, सिंपल, एंड इसको अपसाइड डाउन करके खाना काटते हैं. जैसे कि पीसेस ऑफ वेजिटेबल्स, इन अदर कंट्रीज पीसेस ऑफ मीट और समथिंग बिग, तो उसको काटना जरूरी होता है. और वो काटने के लिए ये जो आपके जो हैंडल्स हैं, ये आपके हाथ के अंदर होती है. अभी आपने देखा उसमें कि उन्होंने बोला कि पेन की तरह नहीं पकड़ना इसको, तो ऐसे पकड़ के जब आप काटते हैं, अमेरिका वाले क्या करते हैं, काटने के बाद नाइफ को प्लेट के ऊपर लगा देते हैं ऐसे, जैसे कि आपने फोटो में देखा, क्योंकि नाइफ की जरूरत खत्म हो जाती है. और फोर्क को बाएं हाथ से दाहिने हाथ में ले जाते हैं. एंड वो राइट हैंड, मोस्ट पीपल आर राइट हैंडेड, सो दे विल ईट विद देयर राइट हैंड. अगली बार जब कुछ काटना है, फिर से फोर्क लेफ्ट हैंड, नाइफ इन द राइट हैंड, कट, प्लेस and then eat with the fork. This is American style. अगर आप नीचे वाला फोटो देखें जो कॉन्टिनेंटल स्टाइल है, कॉन्टिनेंटल यूरोपियन स्टाइल, उसमें काफी फॉर्मल होता है उनका. वो कभी हाथ नहीं बदलते, फोर्क हमेशा लेफ्ट में, नाइफ हमेशा राइट में. तो आप जहां ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं उस जगह के कल्चर के हिसाब से आप कर सकते हो. So if you are going to Europe, you can be more formal. If you are in the Americas, you can be semi-formal and then eat with your right hand. And if you're a left-handed person, obviously you will be eating with your left hand itself. So ये है कटलरी रखने का तरीका. और जब खाना खत्म हो जाता है, आपके यहाँ इंडिकेशन दिखाए हुए हैं कि एक मैसेज, आप साइलेंट मैसेज वेटर्स को दे रहे हो कि am I finished eating or I'm still continuing to eat. Now I have another small clipping. It is about napkins.
If you go to someone's house for dinner, you're lucky to get a piece of kitchen paper, but correctly, you should get a box of napkins. On Teams soiree, go have some hours. There are many different sizes of napkins. There's a dinner napkin, which is the largest napkin in the family, and bigger than New York. So we have something like 20 to 6 inches square. Dinner for lunch, we have a lunch napkin. It's a smaller one, but it's lunch napkin. Tea napkin is a small, delicate meal, and so we need a small, delicate. And then hot towel napkin, which includes these square, and these don't really overlap, just used to wipe things. When we have finished eating our meal, we take our napkin from our mouth, service, we just pick it up from the middle and put it in a neat container to show when we are eating we show then we the only time really doing that is while showing the top correctly. And finally, remember that people with napkins not silverware. Napkins come from bakery, being cloth, and can be
Mr. Matthew, can you please increase the volume?
It's on full volume.
Okay.
I will explain that. Not a
Okay.
problem.
Okay. Thank you.
So what he was explaining was, what Mr. Hansen was explaining was, so if you have a napkin, and if you see, this is quite big. I mean, this is really big. Most restaurants and hotels will not give you such a big napkin. This is called a dinner napkin. Something smaller is a lunch napkin. And Mr. Rajendra over here is going to do a demonstration of how it could go wrong normally. So what he's done, if you see, he's opened the whole thing and he's put it, and that's quite a big one. I mean, just look at the size of it. It almost looks like I'm wearing a miniskirt. I mean, it's too big to do that. You ideally would want to fold it. So you have the folded end that is towards you, and the open ends are below. So this way, it just covers your lap and it becomes easy for you to wrap it up and put it back when you finish your meal. A lunch meal, the meal is smaller. So when it's a smaller meal, you go for a smaller cloth. And of course, these are the only two sizes which you would normally use. The rest are all cocktail napkins. So that was about napkin etiquette. Now, when we say napkins, so it's there in your lap for a purpose. कुछ गिर गया तो आपके लैप पे गिरेगा, आपका कपड़ा खराब नहीं होगा. दूसरा, this is used to dab. It is not used to wipe your face. It is not used to put inside your mouth. It is not used for spitting your food out. That's not the purpose of a napkin. These are things you would want to avoid. How do we pass food? So when it's a question of passing food, you would pass it to the right. Of course, if you would pass it like this and it would go like that. But if someone over here needs it, there's nothing wrong with giving it to that person over here. You're absolutely free to do that. Don't be very, very formal about this. Just make sure if I'm passing the food to that person, I don't go over this person's plate, because I'm disrupting the meal. That should be avoided. Let's say Mr. Rajendra needs salt. He's a bit far away from here. Let's say the salt and pepper over here. He says, may I have the salt, please? So instead of just giving the salt, you would want to give the salt and pepper together. Not just the salt. You give them together. Judwa hai. Jahan bhi jayenge, saath jayenge. And that's how you would pass it on. And of course, the person nearest is the one who should be passing it. Now comes to the eating part of it. Rajendra, you're free. Now I'm going to show you a demonstration of how exactly these things have to be used. So first things, begin eating after everyone has been served. This is one of the questions which was there in the beginning. Should I start eating as soon as the food is served? Second, bread rolls, how do we eat them? Bread को कैसे खाते हैं? तो हम लोग घर पे जब चपाती रोटीज खाते हैं, हम लोग हाथ से लेकर सब्जी में डुबो के खाते हैं. रेस्टोरेंट में फॉर्मल तरीके से खाते समय लोगों के साथ आप नहीं चाहोगे कि आपका हाथ गंदा हो, ग्रीजी हो, क्योंकि काफी तेल होता है, बटर हो सकता है, घी हो सकता है. So what you do is you would eat the roti on its own or the bread on its own, and the accompaniment, ideally take the main course cutlery, use the fork or use a spoon that is provided to spoon the curry or the gravy. So for a gravy, you would want a spoon, and for something which is more solid, you would use a fork. And you do not mix the food on a plate like what we would do at home. Bring food to the mouth. For example, if I would do a demonstration over here, bring food to the mouth and not mouth to the food. So there's a very subtle difference over here. मतलब एक है जहां पर हम पूरा मुंह अपना, बिकॉज हमको डर है कि ये गिर जाएगा, हम अपना पूरा सर खाने के ऊपर लेके आते हैं. It's actually 50-50. आधा दूर खाना, आधा दूर सर. So that is how you would eat it. And of course, chew with your mouth closed. When should I season my food? So number one, plate में जब खाना होता है, you would use your fork and knife, and you would actually use your knife ahead and bring the food onto the fork. Fork से ऐसे नहीं खींच के लाते हैं. The knife brings it to the fork and then you lift it. Now, this is a skill which you need to practice a bit. But आप एक दो बार करोगे तो आप कर पाओगे. अगर आपका लेफ्ट हैंड से नहीं होता है तो आप इसको राइट हैंड में ट्रांसफर करके कोशिश कीजिए, एंड धीरे धीरे आप लेफ्ट में ट्रांसफर करके देखिए, दोनों हो सकता है. Because even I did not know all this before. This is something I learned. So it's not natural to us. So we all can learn in terms of using it correctly. Taste before seasoning. Seasoning मतलब salt, pepper, sauces डालना. खाना आते ही बिना टेस्ट किए उस पे sauces, peppers load करके नहीं करना चाहिए. You should actually taste it. If there is a need, then take the suitable accompaniment instead of putting all the sauces. This is very common, especially for Chinese. It is considered bad manners to actually season your food before even tasting it. क्योंकि शेफ ने काफी मेहनत करके बनाया, तो वो नहीं चाहेंगे कि आप बिना टेस्ट किए अज्यूम कर रहे हो कि उनका टेस्ट प्रॉब्लमेटिक है और आप मसालेदार बना रहे हो. जब भी आप खाना कट करते हो, पूरा चॉप 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 करके मत छोड़िए. जो पीस आपके मुंह में जाने वाला है उसी को काटिए, एंड दैट इज व्हाट गोज इनटू योर माउथ. यू डोंट कट ऑल द पीसेस एंड देन वन बाय वन eat. Cut, eat, cut, eat. Don't destroy the presentation of the food. And some general guidelines. Do not smoke, of course, old-fashioned bad habits. Do not use a toothpick or lipstick at the dining table. If food spills off your plate, you may pick it up with a piece of your cutlery and place it on the edge of your plate. कुछ अगर गलती से गिर गई प्लेट से, पहली बात तो गिरना नहीं चाहिए. अगर गलती से गिर भी गई तो उसको जिस कटलरी से आप खाना खा रहे हो उसी से पिक करके साइड पे लगा दीजिए. Don't worry about it. Or if you think it's going to mess it up, use your hands, but please make sure your hands are cleaned after that. I had mentioned earlier, never to put food on a napkin in case you did not like it. Let's say you did not like something. The fork which is there with you, the same fork, cover your mouth like this. Put the offending piece, the piece which you did not want in your mouth, or which is spice or a chili, and that can be taken and put back on your plate. There is one more option. You can use your hand. Usually ये होता है non-vegetarians को, जिनके खाने में bones होते हैं, तो वो क्या करते हैं कि they cover their mouth and they pick the offending piece and put it on the main plate, on the side of the plate. Try to avoid talking with your mouth full of food. If you talk with your mouth full of food, each time air goes out, food will also travel with it. Very, very embarrassing for all involved. So take small bites. Treat your server with respect. How do you get the server's attention? Hello, excuse me. No, sort of snapping your fingers. These are not things you do when you want to get attention. You just have to be discreet. मतलब एक इशारा काफी है. होते हैं ना, समझदार के लिए इशारा काफी है. और जो होटल और रेस्टोरेंट के स्टाफ होते हैं वो समझदार होते हैं. उनको बस इशारा काफी होता है, उनका अटेंशन बड़ा शार्प होता है, वो पहुंच जाएंगे. कभी कभार एक्सेप्शंस होते हैं जहां पर काफी बिजी चल रहा है रेस्टोरेंट और शायद टाइम ना मिले. But usually it's good to be discreet. अगर आपको लगता है अटेंशन नहीं मिल रहा है, प्लीज गेट अप, गो टू द पर्सन एंड टॉक. इट्स एब्सोल्युटली फाइन. Don't call people names. Honey, sweetie, darling, दोस्त, boss. ऐसे सब नाम नहीं यूज करने चाहिए. And of course, don't snap. Don't clean your plate. मतलब कि पूरा सफाचट मत कीजिए. थोड़ा गार्निश अगर छूट गया प्लेट पे, it's perfectly fine. It's not necessary that every tiny morsel is finished. वो चावल का लास्ट दिन का भी खत्म करना जरूरी नहीं है. एक दो पीस साइड में हो जाए चलेगा. वाइन ग्लासेस अपसाइड डाउन नहीं रखना है, मैंने पहले ही आपको समझा दिया था. ब्रेड अगर आए तो उसको बहुत सारे पीसेस में ना करे, छोटा पीस तोड़े, उस पे बटर लगा के खाए. मतलब जो पेट में जाने वाला है बस उसी चीज को प्रोसेस करना जरूरी है डाइनिंग टेबल. अगर आपको डाउट लगता है कि एक फूड वो हाथ से खाए या कटलरी से खाए, डाउट है तो कटलरी यूज कर लीजिए, पर पापड़ के ऊपर ये आजमाइएगा मत. पापड़, ड्राई ब्रेड, इंडियन और वेस्टर्न, दे आर ऑल ईटन विथ हैंड्स. जस्ट मेक श्योर कि हाथ गंदा होने जैसा ग्रीस ना हो. यूज द एज ऑफ द प्लेट टू ट्विर्ल पास्ता. तो मैं एक एग्जाम्पल दिखाता हूं आपको. ये है पास्ता प्लेट और ये है फोर्क. पास्ता में क्या होता है, स्पेगेटी नूडल्स में आपको रोल करना पड़ता है, इसको ऐसे घुमाना पड़ता है. तो आप ऐसे रख के जब रोल करोगे तो पास्ता ऑटोमेटिकली, जैसे आपने पिक्चर में देखा स्लाइड में, वो रोल करके आ जाता है और फिर लटकता नहीं है. एंड देन इट इज इजी टू ईट. एंड पास्ता खाते समय फोर्क राइट हैंड में ही पकड़ते हैं, अनलेस यू आर अ लेफ्ट हैंडेड पर्सन. If you spill coffee or tea, let's say you have a teacup saucer, गलती से थोड़ा spill हो गया, don't hesitate in asking for one more cup, sorry, one more saucer. fresh saucer मंगा लीजिए ताकि वो जो गंदा saucer था वो क्लियर हो जाए और साफ saucer आपके पास हो. सैशेज कैसे हैंडल करते हैं? यहां मेरे पास कुछ सैशेज हैं शुगर के. नॉर्मली हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हम एंड टू एंड फाड़ देते हैं. तो एंड टू एंड फाड़ते नहीं है, यू विल एक्चुअली टेयर इट 3/4, अभी भी जुड़ा हुआ है. यू एक्चुअली पुट इट इनटू योर कंटेनर, एम्प्टी इट. इसको ऐसे क्रम्पल करके फेंकिए मत, प्लीज बी डिस्क्रीट अबाउट इट. इसको जितना छोटा बना सके उतना छोटा बनाइए और इसको इस कप के सॉसर के नीचे टेबल पे जहां पर है लगा दीजिए, तो ये दिखाई नहीं देगा. यू डोंट इवन हैव टू पुट इट ऑन टॉप. ऑन टॉप रखोगे तो खुल जाएगा. अगर आप इसको नीचे रखोगे तो वो सॉसर के प्रेशर में दब के बैठा रहेगा. सो इट मेक्स योर टेबल लुक मच मोर नीटर. So that's how you would do that. I told you about the doggy bag part of it. If the food is excess, leave it. The restaurant will dispose it. Please don't carry it unless you're actually taking a takeaway. Do not play with table utensils. जैसे टेबल पे बहुत सारे चीज है, तो don't do all this. Leave it as it is. Do not put your elbows on the table. So if there is a table, the elbow should never come here. The maximum is your wrist. That is what is placed. So you sit back, you can keep your hand like this, or you can keep your hand on your lap. And try to be cheerful in your conversation. So never tilt your chair back. Do not talk with your mouth full. Don't make noise while you're eating, simple rules. And of course, do not open your mouth while chewing. Do not break bread and drop into your soup to mix. Eat soup from the side of the spoon. No, it is sipping. And we eat a soup, even if it's liquid. You don't drink a soup. The fork is used to convey the food to the mouth unless you require a gravy, which then goes with a spoon. And if you wish to have more tea or coffee, raise your hand, request the waiter or staff to refill your cups. If a dish is given to you as it is passed, after you serve yourself, pass it. पहले आपके चक्कर में मत बैठे. कोई आपको देता है तो आप अपने आप को सर्व कर लीजिए, फिर पास ऑन कीजिए. If you're eating cheese, cheese is eaten with a small fork. Usually that fork is slightly smaller than the regular fork. If the course is set before you and you don't want to eat it, just keep quiet, don't touch it. उस पे कटलरी मत लगाइए, वो क्लियर होके चला जाएगा. And it is not your business to scold the waiter if you are not the host. Even if you are the host, you would not want to scold or be angry with the staff in front of your guests. You can do it discreetly, separately. Never overload, make, indicate, leave, cough or sneeze. Now, what does this mean? When serving others, overloading the plate, don't force people to actually eat. Now, this is something which happens a lot in India. कि हम दूसरों को satisfy करने के लिए हम नहीं भी बोलते हैं लोग तो हम जबरदस्ती खिलाते हैं. This is something we should stop doing because it ends up wasting food. Excess food किसी को नहीं पसंद होता. So stop overloading a plate. Second, अगर आपके खाने में बाल या कुछ दिख गया, उसका बहुत बड़ा सीन मत क्रिएट कीजिए. Just raise the hand, bring it to the attention of the person, and if it's really bad, tell the person to change the plate. If it is not that bad, just use your cutlery and remove it onto your side plate. Don't bring attention to unpleasant things, especially if you're not the host. Don't leave the table when people are sitting unless you want to use the restroom. And restroom use करने के लिए बहुत announcement करके जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. Just excuse yourself discreetly और चुपचाप से जाइए और शांति से वापस आ जाइए. Don't attract attention to yourself on a table. Wherever possible, try avoiding coughing. If you have to cough, try to do it on your elbow, especially COVID का season में, and always say, please excuse me. तो साथ वाले कहेंगे, bless you. To end up the session, there are some very simple rules for this. The tip is, for all questions involving etiquette, please use your head, common sense. Second, never do anything unless the host does it. मतलब गलती आप अकेले नहीं करोगे, अगर host कर रहे तो उनका follow कीजिए. तीसरा, you should never let utensils once used on the plate to ever come down on the table. Use हो गया तो उसी के अंदर रहेगा. ये तीन fundamental tips हैं. And now I'm open to questions. I hope I have not exceeded my time a lot. I think I'm 10 minutes late. But now I'm open to questions. Please feel free to ask any questions you have.
Yeah. Oh my God. I still have goosebumps on my hands. Listening to you, sir, was indeed an amazing learning experience. Now, I know how many blunders I've been making all these years. It was great to hear your Power Pack session. Sir, our audience have few questions to address to you. So let's start with the first question.
Okay.
I'll just check the chat, sir, also. Yeah. So, sir, we have a question. Is it okay to sit with our legs crossed?
No, it's not. For example, let me move the table and do a demonstration. So if you look at this, crossing the feet, you cross your feet. How do you eat? So if this is the thing, I cross my feet. First of all, this hits the table and I'm uncomfortable. And then how do I go forward to eat? It's very uncomfortable. Your stomach is being pushed in unbearably. So ladies, what you could do is you could actually cross your legs at the bottom at the ankle Even men can do that if you really want to do that. Or you push your leg below. But please avoid crossing your legs while you're eating.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And what do you do if you drop your napkin on the floor? Another question, sir.
So let's say it was here and you were eating and it fell down. So once it is down and you realize it is down, simply pick it up, use it back. It's as simple as that. But if it's fallen down and you have trampled on it, you just have to bring it to the attention of the staff and ask for a fresh one. Don't show the dirty one. Let that be where it is. Just ask for a fresh napkin.
Right, sir. And so the next question would be, what do you do if the menu is fixed and you are served something you do not want?
So as we just discussed in the last slide, if you make it public to everybody, oh, I don't eat this. Let's say, for example, many of you are vegetarians, or probably all of you are vegetarians. So when you're vegetarians, you're traveling, let's say, to Switzerland on a vacation. You have a friend over there. They invite you over home. Now for the Swiss, the French, etc., eating fish is a big deal. Now if they're sensible, they would have asked you your meat preferences and cooked accordingly. They would have found out that you're vegetarian. But please understand, a lot of countries, fish is not considered non-veg. Fish is considered as good as vegetarian. So they don't be surprised if they serve you fish. And then when it comes in front of you and you know that it's fish and you're like, एक तरफ धर्म है, एक तरफ दोस्ती है, क्या follow करें? Please don't eat what you don't want to eat. Just keep quiet about it. If they ask, discreetly mention that you're a vegetarian and that too you're a pure vegetarian, you do not eat fish. It's absolutely fine. But please don't announce it loudly.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. And is it best to avoid ordering a food if you can't pronounce its name?
You should actually order foods in terms of whatever you like. Just because you can't pronounce it, it'll be a shame that you miss out on something good. I'll give you an example. So in Gujarat we have Tuvar Ringan Ushak. Now Tuvar Ringan Ushak. Tuvar Ringan Nu Shak.
Shak, okay.
So it's a shak, vegetable preparation, but it's a long name. Okay, now not everyone. So people in Rajasthan, people in Gujarat, people in Maharashtra to a great extent will understand it. But you ask a Tamilian or probably someone from Tripura, they will be shocked. Likewise, let me give you a South Indian dish. Meen Pollichadu. I'm a South Indian. I'm giving you a name from my language. Meen Pollichadu. What in the world is that? You just wouldn't understand what it is. Neither will you know what it is, nor will you know how to pronounce it. So how do you go about doing it? Let's say you're first of all, the first was a vegetarian dish. The second is a fish preparation. If you don't know what to pronounce, please ask your staff, the order taker. They will come to you. And when they come to you, so let's say this is a menu card, just show it and point it to the waiter and say, I'd like to have that. Don't try pronouncing it. You will look like a fool.
Okay.
So foreigners find it difficult to say Indian names. We will find it difficult to know theirs. So there is a chicken preparation called blanquette de volaille in French. Now, if as an Indian I'm supposed to go and pronounce it for the first time, I'm just going to be horrible at that. Same way, a foreigner who comes to India tries to pronounce some of our food names. Undiu.
True.
Like,
of course.
So the best way is to just show it on your menu card, point it and say, I'd like to have that. And please tell me, what is this preparation? That's it.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. Okay, there are a few more questions, sir. If you are a slow eater, should you finish completely or should you quit if everyone else has finished?
Let me put this, or let me reflect this question back to you, ma'am. Usually, ladies and children in a gathering are the slower eaters. Please tell me if I'm wrong.
True.
Have you sensed it at
It's true.
home or in a restaurant that you realize that everyone's finished and you're still nibbling your food and you feel embarrassed and then you give up? And I've seen a lot of
Correct.
times children and ladies, they give up eating the food even if they like it, simply because people around them have all finished. So it's not your mistake. It's the mistake of people with you. So when men, this is something for men. Now, since today's session mostly you ladies are over here and with a few of my male students, the males, what we tell them is you need to be considerate about people sitting with you. Try and match the speed of everybody. This applies to men and women. However, the men have the onus to look after it properly, which means if I and my wife are having a meal, I will try and make sure that I eat in a relaxed manner to match the speed at which my wife is eating. Because otherwise, I know what she does.
Okay.
She will eat half and leave the other half. Simply because the others have
Yes, sir.
finished. So yes, you should match the speeds of each other as much as possible.
Okay. Okay, sir. Sir, there's another question. Should you clean your plates in any particular way? That is, push like whatever is uneaten in one corner or something like that?
Yeah. A lot of us are fascinated with how our plate looks after we finish. This stems from the habit. बचपन में हमारे माता पिता जब हम खाना खाते हैं तो बोलते हैं कि कुछ बाकी नहीं रहना चाहिए, क्योंकि हमारे
जी।
इंडिया में पहले फैमिन होती थी तो खाने को लाले पड़ते थे, तो बोलते कि एक दाना भी बचना नहीं चाहिए। तो हम करते क्या थे, घर पे पूरा खा के लास्ट में हमने ये भी किया कि हमने दाल जो प्लेट में थाली में है उसको हम मिक्स करके पी लेते थे। हम यहाँ तक करते थे और अभी भी शायद करते हैं, and absolutely fine at home when you're having a thali system. However, रेस्टोरेंट में और बाहर जब किसी के सामने हम जाके खाना खाते हैं तो हर चीज खत्म करना जरूरी नहीं है, और अगर कुछ बच भी गया उसको धक्का मार के प्लेट के एंड में पहुंचाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। Just leave it as it is. Don't decorate your waste. ऐसे करके एक तरफ मत कीजिए, जैसा है वैसे छोड़ दीजिए।
जी sir, जी sir. And how do I eat and answer questions at the same time?
So that's my challenge. आपने समझे, let's say आप बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्वर्सेशन चल रहा है, आपने एक निवाला लिया एंड काफी टेस्टी निवाला है, लेते ही आपके सामने वाले ने एक बार क्रिटिकल सा क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछ डाला, and
Yeah, it happens a lot of times.
and give an answer, but the risk is जैसे ये गया, अगर आप जवाब देने की कोशिश करोगे, it will come out in one way or the other, or you will sound very garbled. आपका मुंह से जो साउंड आएगा क्लियर नहीं होने वाला, वो पान खा के बात करने वालों जैसा हो जाएगा। तो उसके लिए करना क्या है, छोटे निवाले लीजिए, स्मॉल बाइट्स आर फास्टर टू ईट। वो जमाना गया जहां पर हमें कहा जाता था कि खाते समय बातें नहीं, that जमाना इज गॉन। अगर आज की तारीख में हम खाते समय बात नहीं करेंगे तो ये इंसान कभी मिलने ही वाला नहीं है बात करने के लिए। So it is best that you take small bites so that you can have a conversation also. It's absolutely fine, especially in social circumstances.
Okay. Sir, is it a formal etiquette to share a plate with a friend in a formal kind of a setting, like you're sharing the food?
No, absolutely. You should never cut your food and say, come on, you pick up. They all put their forks and they take it. No, that's not to be done. अगर आपको शेयर करना है तो आप स्टाफ को बताइए, उनको बताइए कि हम लोग इतने लोग हैं, इसको जरा पोर्शन करके लाके दे दे। वो आपको पोर्शन करके अलग अलग प्लेट में लाके देंगे। आपको बहुत ज्यादा लाड प्यार टेबल पे दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं है। That becomes very informal. वो कब कर सकते हैं, जब आप उन लोगों के साथ हैं जो आपके बड़े करीबी लोग हैं और आप एक पर्सनल सेलिब्रेशन कर रहे हो, that's absolutely fine. But from a restaurant perspective, you are making a mess for them. That doesn't go very well with the hotels and the restaurants. उनको नहीं पसंद आता ये। उससे अच्छा है कि आप उनको बोले कि आप जरा एक डिवाइड करके हम सबको सर्व कर दीजिए। उसमें क्या होता है, सबको जो मिलना है सही तरह मिल जाएगा और झूठे कटलरी या किसी और के प्लेट से लेने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है।
ठीक है sir, perfect, because we always do this, like
So
actually
that's okay
in
among
family.
friends in a very informal restaurant, cafe में,
Yeah.
moderate priced outlets, वहाँ सब चलेगा. पर आप कहीं formal जा रहे हैं, आप ताज में जा रहे हैं,
Correct.
high end outlets में जा रहे हैं, तो आपको वो नहीं करना चाहिए क्योंकि this will attract a lot of unwanted attention.
Correct, sir. Correct. Now, is it okay to rest your wrist on the edge of the table in between bites?
Absolutely, you can, like this. You can rest your wrist, and it can be like this also. Just make sure that your whole hand doesn't go in. So उसमें क्या होता है कि आपके जो कटोरी रखे हुए हैं, एक पैटर्न में रखे हुए हैं. आपके स्टाफ काफी मेहनत करके ये सब रखते हैं, और जैसे आप हाथ ऐसे रखोगे, ये पूरा it will be a mess. And there are people who will play around with this. That should be avoided.
Ji, sir. And is there any particular way of holding a cocktail and a mocktail glass? Like, is there any difference? These are one of the questions which have come up.
Yes. So this is a stemmed glassware. All glasses which have a stem, they're called stemmed glassware. So if you look, I've got completely stemmed glassware over here. This is a champagne flute. This is a white wine glass. This is a white wine glass. So you can see the size differences. I just hold them together.
Correct.
White.
Yeah, so there is.
Red, champagne. So when you're holding a glass as a guest, you can hold wherever you want. Hold it over here. As a staff,
Okay.
they will always hold it by the stem. Because this part is the guest part. ये आपके मुंह के पास जा रहा है. The staff will never touch here. You are free to touch here. So it's absolutely fine to touch here. However, there is a small observation over here. Wines are served at chilled temperatures. So for example, a champagne is served at about 6 to 9 degrees or 6 to 8 degrees. काफी chilled होता है. अगर आप हाथ उस पे लगाओगे तो ड्रिंक गर्म होने लगता है because your hand is warm. So in champagnes you can hold it like this and you can drink it like that. It's absolutely fine. But if you want, it's your glass. You paid for it. You can hold it the way you want. एक और चीज आपको दिखाना चाहूंगा. अगर 3-4 ग्लासेस एक साथ रखे हुए हैं आपके और उसमें से ये पानी का ग्लास है. Now if this water glass is over here, how do I pick it up? So a lot of times people are very conscious. I see that with my students. हमारे कॉलेज में जब बच्चे पढ़ते हैं, पहली बार जब करते हैं तो वो टेंशन में होते हैं. तो वो क्या करते हैं? Because teachers are watching, they go like this and they struggle to get the glass. Actually यहाँ से कुछ नहीं करना है. आपका हाथ ऊपर से जाता है. Whichever glass you want is picked up from the top. You don't have to go down to the stem. So yes, you can lift it.
This was a very interesting thing for us, actually, the glasses part. It was new for us. So, sir, now let's take up the live audience. I would request Shweta ji to put the spotlight on Payal Agrawal. I think she's there. Shweta ji? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Payal Agrawal, she wanted to ask a question.
Jai Jinendra, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Payal, you're
Yeah.
audible.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
First of all, I would like to thank you for such an interesting session. My question to you is how to maintain the decorum of the dining place, especially when you're with small children. And secondly, how to ensure the children are learning good table etiquettes from their childhood itself.
So first of all, this teaching has to start at home. You can't expect them to start learning once they go out because they want to demonstrate what they actually follow at home. Now, I personally believe children should not have the pressure of doing too many formal things. My personal opinion, that children are children for a reason. You can't be telling them to do things which adults need to do. But subtle things can be done. So first thing at home, when they use cutlery, a simple thing to do is when they're eating, they should not make noise on the plate. Now, this is a skill. The ability to pick up food without. मोदी जी ने थाली बजाने बोला था. यहाँ पर आपको कोई बोल नहीं रहा है कि थाली बजाना है. So children have to be taught that. When you're picking up food, it has to be very quiet and discreet. ये अगर आदत उनमें आ गई ना, they will learn subtlety that even those minor sounds make a difference. दूसरा, खाते वक्त जोर-जोर से बातें नहीं करते. You are mindful of people around you. But then children are children. If they are really small, restaurants which entertain children, they have a kids area where they can be taken and fed. If the children are meant to be sitting on a table, I personally feel that if it's a very formal and important occasion where children are not expected, it's best not to take them. If children are going along, then you should take them to a place where there are facilities for children. One should never take children to very formal places. And you must have seen this, कि इंडिया के बाहर खासकर फाइन डाइनिंग रेस्टोरेंट्स में बच्चे अलाउड नहीं होते हैं. काफी टाइम्स आपको रेस्टोरेंट्स में चिल्ड्रन नॉट अलाउड बड़ा क्लियरली लिखा हुआ रहता है. एंड देयर इज अ रीजन फॉर इट. चिल्ड्रन फाइंड इट एक्सट्रीमली बोरिंग टू सिट इन अ वेरी फॉर्मल सेटिंग. हमें करना पड़ता है क्योंकि हम बिजनेस के लिए करते हैं, हम सोशल एटिकेट के लिए करते हैं. बच्चे ये नहीं समझने वाले unless they grow up to a certain age. So very small children, just forget it. And of course, go to a restaurant which has kid-friendly cutlery, plastic cutlery, cutlery which are safe, and they have booster chairs where the children can sit properly. Children also love to feel like they're adults. They like to sit at the same height. They like to do or copy whatever you do. So if you practice it, they will copy it from you. And nothing like teaching children at a young age. I hope I have satisfactorily answered that question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Payal Agrawal? Yeah. Yeah, sir. Now
Absolutely.
Priyanka
Thank
Sachar
you so
also
much,
has a
Shweta.
query.
Okay.
Got the answer.
Yeah. Shweta ji, can you just unmute Priyanka Sachar? I think she's there in the audience. She's asking a question.
I can check the.
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah,
audible?
she.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Good
Hi.
afternoon. My question would be, how do you say no to the main chef if he's getting something, chef special for you on your special occasion, but you don't like the main ingredient?
This is called Dharam Sankat.
Yeah.
Here
You
is
can say that.
someone who's trying to shower you with a lot of
Love.
love and special care. This is something which hoteliers and restaurateurs are trained to do. But
Okay.
I'll tell you very frankly, someone who's really well trained will actually ask your suggestion,
Okay.
will give you a choice. Now,
Okay.
I have encountered the same. So in Baroda, we have our own hotel. Our company owns a hotel. And in this hotel, there is a staff by the name of Sundar. He's a captain in the restaurant. He has worked a lot of years and come up, and he knows every customer who literally walks into the restaurant.
Okay.
And his way of making the business grow is by remembering what people eat and making them eat more than what they planned and bringing them specials. So the problem with him is, which I also face, you go there, he doesn't allow you to order. He just takes over the ordering process. Sir, मैं आपको ये भी खिलाऊंगा, आपको ये भी खिलाऊंगा, आप ये भी खा के देखो. By the time you finish, you don't know what has hit you. And
Yeah,
it
yes,
becomes a
sir.
bit embarrassing because next time you don't want to go back to the same place because you are worried that this person is going to feed you too much. That's a wrong thing. Good hospitality is when the staff are mindful of your choices and asks you, we've got something special, would you like to try? And if someone is being so nice, you would want to find out, what is this? And if someone says,
Right.
okay, this has got mutton, and you don't eat mutton, you just say, I'm sorry, but is there an alternative? It's absolutely fine. Because there's no shortage of food. A chef can always give you something else. It's not necessary that that one dish has to be eaten. So it's absolutely fine. Please don't eat things which you do not want to. There is no compulsion for it.
I hope she's got her answer just perfectly. Okay, so this just last question. How to eat sushi if not comfortable using chopsticks?
That's it.
Okay, folk.
That's it. This is universal. You don't have to look fashionable always just to satisfy someone. Now, having said that, learning a skill is always appreciated. If you learn to eat with chopsticks, nothing like it. But that does not mean you have to struggle through the process. Feel free and comfortable to eat with what you have in your hand. You're not going to offend anybody.
Perfect, sir. Thank you so much, Matthew, sir, for such an informative and such a knowledgeable session. And now we all are going to be very comfortable in our fine dining. So now I invite our young and enterprising Sonali Ji Duggad, our Chief Secretary of JLW, to share the platform for vote of thanks. Over to you, Sonali Ji.
Thank you, Sonali Ji. Thank you so much. Respected Chairperson Sunita Ji Bora, Vice Chairman Meenal Ji Khona, Lalita Ji Golecha, our project conveners, our guest speaker Robbie Matthew, Rajendra Ji, dear friends and ladies. In all, gratitude I accept the honor to propose the vote of thanks on this occasion. A quote from Margaret Wizard aptly sums up our speaker's message. While eating is aggressive by nature, the implements required for it could quickly become weapons. Table manners are hence basically a system of taboos designed to ensure that violence remains out of question. Even if we don't practice impeccable table manners at home, it is important to know how to behave on those important occasions. As we express our gratitude for your inspiring words, we must bear in mind that the best practice is to live by them. Thank you, Robbie Matthew, for integrating table etiquette as a part of our daily journey. Thank you so much. Now, can we rise for national anthem?